Hey guys, it's me, Liz from Elizabeth Does Flosstube. It has been a while since my last video upload because the video I was trying to upload on the 1st of March, it is now March 15th, I tried several times. It would take forever for it to do anything, and then eventually it'd just be like, upload failed. So I'm going to try to piece together the stuff that I had in that video, and I'm just going to try to put it in the beginning of this video, and then add my newer stuff. I think that's the only way I can get it. So this is going to be a longer video, and it might be a little choppy. But like, these whips were from that video. I think these whips in front of me are from the last one I filmed and didn't upload because I was having so much trouble with the other one. So I'm gonna try to piece together these videos. So strap yourselves in. It's gonna be interesting. So let's get on with this. I have a bunch of whips and a couple of new starts. In fact, I just started a new start about 2 hours ago too. So and I've got some haul and some digital patterns to show you. So here we go. Let's see. That's a new start. We'll save that for last. Okay, so this whip, I mean, it's hardly even a whip. It is the Dawn Chorus by Long Dog Samplers. I only worked on it for like an hour, probably not even an hour, probably like half an hour. I started a color, and I didn't even finish the little motif I was working on. So here's where it was before. Oh, and I got a haircut. Yeah. Look at all that gray hair. Look at it all. Okay. So here's where Dawn Chorus was before, and here is where I got to. I worked on this. But this color is so cool. I don't know. My Ring camera. This is Tangiers. I think it's called Tangiers. So it's like a purple, mottled purple. It's really cool. And since I couldn't find the Hyacinth Gentle Arts that was a purple, I'm like, ooh, I've got that purple. I'm gonna use that. So that's that one. This one I just started. This one, I haven't picked this up since this is my Giant Harry Potter by Clouds Factory. I was pretty far into it and then decided I wanted to start over on Dark Fabric. And I started over and I had not picked it up since that one day. So I'm like, I'm gonna work on it. So I did. And I got a decent amount in. So here's where it was before. And here is where I got to. So I had, let's see. I had the red and the yellow here, and most of this leaf. So I did the rest of the leaf. I did this whole leaf, and I did one strand of like the banner for Gryffindor. And then I did the black, and I started the top of the banner. The banner, it's called for like 3770, which is a real pale, it's almost like a real pale skin color. It's like kind of peachy. So I'm just using B5200. I'm just making it white. Or no, it is 3865, sorry. Because I figured on this fabric that really would look kind of pinkish and I didn't want it to. So now that I've picked it up again, hopefully I'll keep working on it. I'm confusing myself. Okay, sorry. Okay. So, this one I did a whole bunch on. This is, it's called Hare and Rabbit. No, Hare, wow. A hare and a rabbit are the same thing. Okay, Hare and Bird by Unconventional X Stitch. And, I did a whole bunch on this, but really doesn't look like I did, but I did. I did probably, I don't know, a couple hundred stitches. So here's where it was before, and here is where I got to. I filled in all the bits of this real light gray that I needed that were in his ear. That way I can just fill in with the 3865. And then I don't have to worry about counting to make sure I don't put the 3865 where one of those little light gray ones goes. So there's that, and then I started on the red. So this is one ear, this is his other ear, and then this is the red like halo that's around his head. So pretty excited. This is really cool. I really like this pattern. I have one more that I want to get from them, but it is full coverage, like full-on full coverage. And the rabbit is, he is full coverage. The actual hare and the bird, they are full coverage, but they just don't fill the whole space. So it's like full coverage, but not full coverage. Like there's no background. So it's full coverage, but there's no background. Well, the other one I want is full coverage. And it's also like 40 or 50 colors. So I have not gotten that yet. I want to at least get his head done before I start another giant full coverage. And then I had a new start. I don't think I had showed you guys last time, so I think it's a new start. This is called Scissors and Bobbins. It is another Jardin Privé. Since I made such a huge amount of progress on the floral sampler or floral compilation so quickly, I figured if I worked on this as much as I worked on that, I could probably get this done in like a week. I've gotten a lot done. I could probably, if I worked on nothing but this, I could get this done probably in another week and a half maybe. I am saving the alphabet for last, but here is where I got to. Well, here's what it looks like when it's done. And here is where I got to. So I've made a couple little changes to the pattern. Like the scissors, I made it so, like I gave it an extra stitch so it looked pointy. And then I made like a longer stitch so it wasn't like, you know. And then there is a lot of difference. Like if you look at this brown and you look at this green, there's a lot of difference in that color. But when they're right next to each other, there's not. Like you can't hardly tell. So one of the things I did was I used one strand and did like a little backstitch line so you can see where the grass is and where the bobbin stops. And then of course my fabric is real light and the house, you couldn't see it. So I put a backstitch line around that and then a backstitch line around this bobbin. Now the other thing I did was I made long stitches across the bobbin so it looks like thread wound around it. So that's really all I did that was different. I did do this little stitch here so it looked like the needle was really sticking through the fabric, but I really like this. This is Fabric Flare. So it's a printed fabric. This one's called Confetti, and I got it because I really wanted it, but I could not figure out what would look good on it. And I think this looks really cute. So, obviously the alphabet is gonna go here. So I'm saving the alphabet for last because I know it'll go quick. So there's that. And then my other new start, which I just started today, like maybe 2 hours ago, is I saw it on Pinterest, and it's cherry blossoms, and I've seen this person, it must be the same person's artwork. It's on mybobbin.com because I got a different pattern that's like the same style. So I got this one, and I wanted to start working on it. So this is what it looks like when it's done. And this is my puny little start. 70 stitches, I think. 77 stitches. These little blue stitches. That's it. But this is the fabric I was using for the Colossal Octopus. And this fabric, so this would have actually been the bottom. I mean, the Colossal Octopus is quite colossal. And I just was like, nah. And so much color change, and they're all whites and light grays. And it took me so long to do like 20 by 20. And I'm like, I'm never gonna do this. I'm never gonna finish it. So I am using that giant piece of fabric that's already gridded and ready to go for the cherry blossoms here. And then here you can see my pink line. This is gonna be, oh, I must have left it downstairs. The Love from Above, the Charlie Harper, the giraffe. So that's gonna go here, and then there will be enough room where I can do my other pattern that's similar style to the cherry blossoms. It's the tortoise and an adipose on here. And if there's room, I might do like a long, or like a skinnier pattern between. I mean, this is a huge piece of fabric, and I already had it gridded, so I'm like, I might as well just use this. So I had to put it back on the scroll rods and get it as tight as it can go. There's so much fabric. When you get so much fabric wrapped around your scroll rods, it's really hard to get it tight. You can't get it as drum tight as you normally do because there's so much fabric to work with. So I can push on this and get it loose and then tighten it up, and I could do it again and again and again and again. It just would just keep doing it because it's so hard to get it tight. But so that's it. That's my whips. I have a little bit of haul. Most of my haul has been I got like I said, I got the aquarium and the stand, and then I got Maggie's bed. Then I got I have to get the brakes done on my Jeep. That's gonna be like $1,100. Well, I got new tires. I ordered new tires for the Jeep, so I got that done this morning. I ordered them from Walmart.com, and they just got delivered to the Walmart I was going to get the tires done. So I went and got the new tires today, so it's out there. I will insert a picture, the before and the after. So Red Rover has new shoes. He just needs a bath now, and then I'm gonna drop him off, and they will do his brakes tomorrow. So really, that's like a pretty much my whole tax money. I have a little bit left. I was gonna order new glasses, and then I'm like, with the hours getting cut so bad at work, I messaged them and said, is there any way I can cancel? And they were like, oh no, what did we do? Did we do something wrong? What can we do to make it right? I'm like, no, you guys are fine. I said, I just found my old glasses, so I don't need to order new ones. So they just gave me my refund. So I got some stuff for my friend for her baby shower. I got a bunch of patterns, and I ordered, my mom has been saying she wants to print up any pictures that I have for Maggie. And I have tons of pictures of Maggie, obviously. So I made a folder on my phone. I went through and got any cool pictures of Maggie. It was like more than 1,000 pictures. And Shutterfly, you can only order 250 at a time. You can do it as many times as you want. It's always free for the prints. You just pay for the shipping. Well, the shipping's like $25. So you're basically paying $25 for 250 pictures, which is fine. Whatever. Because no one else would do a massive quantity either. So, ordered Maggie's pictures. Some of them are coming today. And then I think the last set isn't coming until like next week. And then I was gonna get Mom a dishwasher, and she ended up having to pay taxes. And I said, listen, so this was my plan. I was planning on getting you a portable dishwasher. And she's like, well, I don't want that. I'm fine. I'm like, well, okay, well, that's okay. Would you want me to give you the money I was going to spend on that dishwasher so you can use it for your taxes? And she said, no, I'd rather you put it in savings. Hold on. I will be right back. Okay, sorry. Mom got home with the dog and accidentally hit the doorbell. But she wanted me to put the money in savings. So I also made a big payment on my car payment. And I paid my car insurance already. So I should be good through March. Now hopefully the hours will pick up soon, because I can't keep doing this 1 day a week thing. So let's look at the digital patterns that I've got. Whew, that is a stinky dog. Etsy. So I ordered some from Etsy, and I ordered a couple from My Bobbin. Let's see. Wait, what was that? Nope, don't need it. Okay. Purchases. Okay, so this one I got for my friend Amanda because she loves flamingos. This is from Urban Stitches. Look at this flamingo. I'm just going to do the flamingo and a little bit of the frame around it. I'm not going to do all that black work frame. But I was like, yeah, Amanda needs that. And then I got this one. And this is from Nerdy Needle Design Co. It's from Labyrinth. I moved the stars for no one. I am going to turn this owl into Bubo from Clash of the Titans. So I'm going to make him look like he's metal. Let's see. And then I pre-ordered these Nashville patterns. It's Nashville, right? Nashville Needlework Market, yeah. So I pre-ordered from Silver Creek Samplers the Introverted, but will eagerly discuss everything cross-stitch. Just because that's awesome. And then the Karma Chameleon. And this is by, I don't know. I thought it said. the Karma Chameleon. I thought he was cool. So those aren't digital. Those will be paper patterns, but that's fine. And then I got this one, and I got all the floss for it. I went to Joann's when they were on sale and got the floss for Wednesday, playing the cello. And it is confirmed there will be a season 2. I don't know when, but I saw it on Facebook that it was confirmed. And then this one I got is Little Dove Designs, and it's called High Street. And I was gonna get the Sunnyside sampler from the Drawn Thread, and then I was gonna get the kit so I would get the silk and everything, but it would have been like 60 bucks, and it's so much. It's like so long and skinny. It's huge. And I saw this one and I'm like, I think I'm gonna do this one instead. So this is Little Dove Designs High Street. And I think that is so cool. And I figured there are 6 buildings. If I do finish one building every 2 months, I can make this a year-long stitch along. Like, just split them up into like the top half and the bottom half, and the top half and bottom half, top half, bottom half, you know? So I might make a stitch along. So I need to get the floss for that one though. And then my Dove Stitch fabric that I got, Hazy Gray, and I didn't get the sparkles this time. It's essentially, so this one is Twilight. This is Hazy Gray. It's just a lighter version of this. So, but I didn't get the sparkles this time. But that's going to be what Wednesday goes on. And then I got this from Flossie Fox Shop. Man, that's hard to say, because I just thought this was the coolest thing. What do they call it? A magical year? 12 months of magic. They got me with the jackalope in April. But her patterns, like, they're all like this. Like, they're like really cute little things. So I thought that was cute too. I think that's it, because that I already had, yeah. And then I went ahead and I did get, I think I might have already gotten that before. I already got the floss for the insects for Maggie. So, that's me, Liz, from Elizabeth Does Flosstube. It is Friday, March 10th. Sorry, the phone's ringing. Maggie is at school, and then she will be off school all next week. So this is the last quiet day I have for a little while. So I figured I'd go ahead and do it today. I've had so much trouble uploading this last video that I did. Our internet is just crap at this point. So it's been trying to upload for like 3 or 4 days. It's just going that slow. So who knows? But here we go. I have some whips. I have 2 new starts, I guess. 1, 2, yeah, 2 new starts, and then 2 whips. And then I have a bunch of random haul. So here we go. With the whips. So this one, did I show it last time? Can't remember. Can't remember. This is Long Dog Samplers. This is Santa Quill. I think I showed last time. I don't know. This was their Christmas release, not this past year, the year before. I saw it and I just had to have it. And I stitched on it a lot, and then I didn't stitch on it for a long time, so I figured I would stitch on it. I can't remember if I showed last time or not, but here's where it was last time I think I showed you, and here is where I got to. I got quill all done, and then I started on the little village below. So there's only 2 colors in this, black and white. Well, actually I think there's 1 red stitch for the dog's nose, so it's supposed to look like Rudolph, I guess. So there's white up there, and then under the village it's white like snow. So that is really cool. I had this on my scroll frame that was really long, and I had this and then an alphabet that I was doing for Maggie on the same scroll rod. And I just don't think I'm going to do that alphabet unless I get the pattern fixed in Pattern Keeper. I still like it, and it'll be quick if I would just, it was doubling it or something. I don't know. There was something weird with Pattern Keeper on that one. So I kept it. It's still sitting up there on my desk, or on my dresser, but I'm not interested in stitching it right now. So that's Santa Quill, and he's awesome. So I'm gonna get, I think the next building in the village is really big, and once I get to the end of that, and then I'm gonna stitch the white, and then I'm gonna do the stuff up here. But he's cool. What's that? Oh. And then my other whip is another Long Dog Samplers. This one is spangled. I haven't done a lot on this, but I have stitched on it. I thought I did more than I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. So here's where it was before, and here is where I got to. I'm filling in the colors. So my process is I do the black for like a chunk, and then I fill in the colors. So I started filling in these colors. I did the outside color of this star. So I don't know, it's coming along. The colors are really pretty. So there's that one. This is gonna be a pretty quick video because I don't have a lot to show. And then my one new start is the cherry blossom thing I talked about last time. I got it on my bobbin, and it's turning out really cool. And then this one I'm using the Royal Rose method. If you look on Facebook and search hashtag Royal Rose, she has a group, and on YouTube she has explains how the process works. It's just a way of parking your threads. I'm using the same method with my Adventure Time stitch and with my DMC 250th anniversary. And I was going to try the hare and bird, but since it's like, once I get more into it, I'll probably do it there too. But right now it's just filling in his ear. But once I get to where there's more color changes and stuff, I'll probably use it on that too. But this is the cherry blossom, and here's what it looks like when it's done. And here is where I got to. So it's like a really watercolory look. So this is like the background, and then there'll be some flowers that are real detailed, and then when you do your back stitch, it brings it all together. When I first started it, I did not have all of my colors yet, so I was basically doing like one strand of one of the colors I had, and then grabbing another color that I had and doing a whole strand of that. So that's why there's some stuff that's all over the place. And then this branch color, I have almost all of that one done. I think it comes out a little bit more here and maybe a little bit more there, and then that'll be the last of that. But That's how far I got. And then this is using the Royal Rose. So you do like, it's supposed to be like 2 blocks. And then you park down here, and if you have to end a thread, you end it next to it. But since this little top part of the circle is just little, I did 3 chunks. So it'll be 3 chunks. So there's that. And this is so pretty, and the colors are just so pastel, and I don't know. I really like this one. I love cherry blossoms, so when I saw this, I had to have it. So that's that one. Oh, my pizza is ready. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. While that's cooling off, I will go ahead and finish my video. My other new start is one of the mandalas that's going around my scarab. So I've already moved my Q-snap and everything. So here's the scarab. He's at the bottom. So here is the puny little start for, I think that I called this one the mandala number 2. I have 3 different mandalas that I'm going to do around the outside of the scarab. So this is my puny little start. This is the one that has a lot of black in it. It's like black, purple, blue, green. So I was going to start doing the black. So there we go. It's puny. It's a little tiny start, but it's pretty cool. So this goes to this far over and then a little bit farther down. So I'm doing like a corner of it. So it's like a slice, and it will just hit the top of the scarab, I think. So that's that. So basically how I did that is I went ahead and went into Pattern Keeper and marked off, like basically it's round. So I figured out what portion of it I wanted to do, and I marked off all the stuff that I don't want to do. So I have my corner of where my fabric is. So everything else is marked that it's already done, so I know where my line is, if that makes sense. I'll insert a picture. So that is all I've been stitching on. That's it. But I have been stitching a lot because the hours at work. I have a little bit of stitching haul. This I got, I think, last week. It was my 1, 2, 3 stitch order, and it's all the colors I need for the Long Dog Samplers Count Your Blessings. So I'm pretty sure this is what that's what it's for. So that came, and that's exciting. And then I was out of underwear. I got these Reebok underwear that I got from Amazon to try them, and I like them, so I ordered some from Walmart because they're cheaper on Walmart. But also, look at these. I wanted something to sleep in the summer, like in the spring and summer. So I was like, well, I'm gonna get some boxers. And look at these. They're called Crazy Boxers. These are Halloween rubber ducks. Look at these. So there's vampires, there's Frankenstein's monster, there's devil, and there's little bat ducks. Like, I had to get them. And then I got some that's SpongeBob. So, but I just saw rubber ducks. And then, so one of the things we did this past week, we went out to Fort Ancient. It is in Ohio. It's like Indian mounds. We went out because they had this thing on how maple syrup is made, and they show you how they cook it down, how they tap the trees, get the sap, cook it down some more, cook it down some more until you get maple syrup. And while we were there, I'm like, well, I want to see if there's anything I can get from the gift shop. And they had some cool stuff. And they had this necklace I really wanted to get, but it was $45, which was well worth it. It was really cool, but I just didn't have the money. But I did get this. It's Fort Ancient. You are supposed to put it on your walking stick. So national parks, they have these. So you can commemorate all the parks you've been to. And I thought, well, that's a cool needle minder. So I'm gonna make this into a needle minder. Because it was fun. And we are probably gonna go back out when it gets a little warmer. And they have walking trails and other stuff you can look at, I guess. I don't know. But I saw that and I was like, well, that'll be a cool needle minder. And then I was at Myers yesterday? Yeah, yesterday after work. Because I forgot I needed to get Maggie some milk. And I was walking past and I saw this and I had to have it. It's a pin. And I got two. Because I got the last two. So one of them I'm going to turn into a needle minder, and then the other one I'm going to put on my vest at work. And they're just like the pin back things, but I have, from when we went to Disney World, the pin back locks, so you don't lose your pins. So I'm going to get one of those to make sure I don't lose this. Because he's so cool. So I got those to turn into needle minders. And then I got this at Cracker Barrel. And it was filled with lemon jelly beans, but Hufflepuff tin. And I thought that I could put my scissors in. And, you know, I'll probably put that sticky back felt. And then probably a magnet. So I'll have like a needle minder in the tin and then my scissors. Because why not? And then another duck, because ducks. He's so cool. He's one of the ones where you push the button and he poops. I needed it for the Jeep. The only thing is, that Cracker Barrel, let me tell you, they don't put prices on anything, and I think it's a scam. That way they can change the prices whenever they want, and they don't have to tell you. You have no idea how much hardly anything in the store costs. They're like little sweet tarts. So I wanted him, and I also had a flamingo, and I was going to get the flamingo too, but neither one of them had a price. And couldn't figure out where they were supposed to be, so I couldn't figure out where the price was for them. He was $5. And the tin was like $5. Like, so I didn't get the flamingo. I might go back and get it. Although I did see the duck at Kroger also. I didn't see if there was a flamingo though. Flamingo would be for my friend Amanda because she likes flamingos. But I think that's about it. I did sort through a bunch of my floss. I went through the ones I have. Look, we're on a chair. I can turn you. Look. Whee! Sorry, my dirty laundry is going to be over there. So there's my stash. So I did go through and pull the projects that I'm not going to work on, or I'm done with them, I'm not doing them anymore, or the ones that I kind of want to stitch it still, but I don't really want to right now. I went ahead and pulled them. And then we were watching a movie, so like an hour and a half, putting anything that, I can't get it, anything that would fit on my storage bars on there. And then anything that I already had on here I just kept on a ring, and I sorted them out into like bunches because I had so much floss, so many projects, so much floss. And when I get a new project, I get excited and I just want to go out and buy more floss. Well, I really need to get in the habit of checking to see what I have in my stash. So I thought that would be a good way to do it. So I bundled those up by like number, like starting at 1 to 300, and then 300 through 500, and then 500, you know what I mean. So I can have an easier way of getting the floss that's in my stash. I have an app on my Fire tablet that is really good for your thread stash, but it's only Android, and I use iPhone, I use Apple. So unless I remember to bring that tablet with me, it's not super helpful unless I'm ordering stuff online, where sometimes, well, actually, it seems like a lot of times now, Joann's, when they have good coupons, it's generally like 25% off your order if it's an in-store pickup. So you order it online and pick it up in store, you get 20% off or 25% off. But it's not, you know, you can't use that in the store. So then I would have my tablet to go through and see what I've got. But if I'm just in the store, I don't generally have the tablet with me. So I don't really know what I have. And it seems like the iPhone apps, I'm just rambling at this point, sorry. The iPhone apps are not as user-friendly. And it takes, I don't like them. So it's like, man, that's annoying. I wish there was an easier way for me to keep track of stuff without having to carry that tablet around all the time, is what I'm getting at. But, so now I have a lot more stuff in my stash, so I know that I will have more opportunity to shop from what I have. This is something that's cool I got too. It's Peep flavored Pepsi. It's really good. So other than that, that's pretty much all I've done. I don't think, yeah, I think that's it. That is pretty much it. Like I said, it is March 15th. Maggie is on spring break this week. I have only one day scheduled at work this week, and one day next week, and it doesn't look like I'm scheduled anymore. So I sent a message to my head cashier, my friend Amanda, and I said, hey, do I need to start looking for another job? And she said, they opened the garden center yesterday, so the hours should pick up. So I have to go and talk to Lucas. I really don't want to get another job. I like this job. I'm good at this job. I think it's just because they changed the way that the scheduling works. So since I come in at 9, I think if I come in at 8, I will get my hours back. But I just don't know. I'm going to talk to him because I can't do this. For one thing, my mom is she's not happy. I'm not happy because I can't even pay my cell phone bill because I don't know where my money's going. Like, I don't know where it's going to go because I'm going to have to make a car payment, and I'd rather have a car than my phone working. So, sorry. So here we go. Let's get into it. I only have a few whips. I have a new start. And then I had the frog visit me, and he was annoying. I had to undo a whole bunch, and I started to redo it, and then realized that I knew why I had that mistake, so I had to undo more, and yeah, it was super fun. So we'll start with that one. So this is by Jardin Privé. It's called Composition Floral Composition. It's one of the 3-parters. You buy all 3 parts, and they give you instructions on how to put them together. I am on the last part. Here's where it was. And here's where I got to, and then had to undo and then work on it again. So here is where I got to finally, and then I was so frustrated I put it down. So here it is. I already had my back stitch border all done. And I was bringing this border down. Well, wait. Okay, so I already had my back stitch frame. I started with that. And then I did this flower pot. Then I started bringing this down, and I had this brought, the frame brought all the way down and had turned the corner. And I was like, why is this backstitch line not matching up where it's supposed to on the border? So I'm like, well, crap. I must have miscounted on something. So I undid my whole bottom backstitch line and started redoing it. And I had it. So this is how I have it. And I realized my mistake was in the border up here. So like, where's the camera? Okay. So each of these has like 2 stitches and then 2 stitches and then the triangle and then 2 stitches, 2 stitches. Up here, I had one where I'd only done 1 set of 2 stitches. So my whole thing was 1 row off. So my back stitch line was not wrong. My border was. So I had to pull out the whole border that I'd done to fix that. Started stitching it again and realized, well, now I've got to undo what I have down here and redo it where it's supposed to be and put it back. I was so mad. And I kept getting knots in my thread that I could not unpick. Normally I can just unpick them real easy. So it's like I'd get 5 stitches down and I'd have a knot that I couldn't get out. So I'd have to cut it to get, it was horrible, horrible. So I'm giving this guy a little break. I should put that up. Oh, this was my needle for picking. I was like, why do I have one on the back? Okay, so that's that one. And it's almost done. I just want it to be done and get it ironed and figure out how I'm going to frame it, because this one is definitely getting framed. And then I saw something. I used to diamond paint. Obviously, I have diamond paintings on my walls. My favorites that I've done. And then I have one that I did for my mom too. And then I have my Adventure Time diamond painting, which is huge. And I just, by the time I was over diamond painting, I was already knowing that there's no way if I started that, I would ever finish it. So it just hangs there. So I did my cross-stitch conversion that I'm working on. Well, I'm still in a couple of diamond painting groups, and someone was showing their finish of the Adventure Time one. And I said, oh, wow, that looks great. I'm converting mine into a cross-stitch. And then I hadn't worked on it in like a month. So I picked it up. And I did so much. Like all day I stitched. So this, I'm using the Royal Rose method of parking. And if you search hashtag Royal Rose, it's on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel and she explains how to do it. It's just a way of parking your threads, and it makes it so you don't get like the line between your columns. So here's where it was last time, and here is where I got to. And I am so close to getting that pink. Here is where I got to. So I think I was to here, this black line. So I did 2, 4, 600, right? 4, 6, yeah. So I did 3 columns, and then I'm about halfway through this column. When I get this black outline here, I'll be into the pink of her hair. And I'm really excited. And I showed my mom, I'm like, look, doesn't it look great? Look how far I am. And then I showed her how big it is. And I'm not far at all. Not far at all. But I really like it. And I could look at this for forever, like, because I used a toile for where the AB drills are on the diamond painting, so it's sparkly. There's a sparkly pink, there's a sparkly gold, and then a sparkly green. So this one is going to be a very long-term project. And then this is the one I started a couple days ago. I wanted to start it, and I really like this pattern, and I've been waiting, hoping it would come in as a PDF, but it never did. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, it's simple enough, I think I could get this done in time for Mother's Day. So I got my fabric gridded up. I only have some of the colors, so I started with what I got. So this, I think it's just called Spring Bulbs. It is an Emma Congdon. It's from the Cross Stitcher magazine, May 20. If you can stop being annoying, sure. Sit down. Don't kick the chair, because that's where the thing is. Okay. You gonna say hi?
Hi.
Okay. So, your hair's sticking to my face. Are you gonna sit down? Quit wiggling. I'm trying to talk. Okay, so, okay, here we go. Okay, so, this is how far I got. I did all the back stitching one day, and then I did all my cross stitches yesterday. And I'm just going to do one section at a time. Here's what it looks like when it's done. And then here is where I got to in 2 days.
If you're a boy, I love you only. And if you're a girl, I love you and like you.
Okay, that's weird. So, obviously if I had all my colors, I probably would be farther than this. But I only had some of the colors. But the back stitching was super fun. So it's got all their measurements, and it's got like the labels of the flowers. So this one's really cool. And I think as fast as it is going, because it's not huge, and it's not really a lot of stitching. It's probably more back stitching than anything. I think I can definitely get that done for my mom. So that's it. I think that is all I have worked on. Yeah. Oh, man. Part of my haul is downstairs. I will be right back. Okay. Sorry. I just sat here and realized that I left this downstairs. So I get, these are my Nashville pre-orders. I get them from JT Stitching Corner. So you pre-order it, and then once it comes in, he sends it out, or they send it out. I've only done the pre-order once before, and I made the mistake of ordering a few things at the same time, and I didn't get anything until those pre-orders came out, because they weren't going to send it twice, you know, send out things twice, so they just held everything until the pre-orders came in. But that's fine. So I got the Introverted but will eagerly discuss everything cross stitch. And then I got the Tiny Modernist Karma Chameleon. And then I have some green fancy floss that I think I'm going to use for the chameleon. I've got like a really variegated green. Oh, it's a girl. It's Jessica. I was thinking it was a guy. So there we go. That's the shop. I get them from Etsy. So you just look up JT Stitching Corner. But they also get other stuff in their shop too, not just pre-order stuff. But so I think that's really about it for this chunk of the video. I will try, like I said, to mash my other two videos into this. Cut out as much of the jibber jabbering as I can so it's not ridiculously long. But, so I will see you guys next time, unless I think of anything else I need to show you, which I don't think I do. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.